Okay, into today's video, I'm not trying to be cliche or anything like that, and this video is about why it's good to not have that many friends, or actually have friends at all. If you have zero friends, I believe it's more calming and more, no drama, no constant thinking of someone who's trying to hurt you. Or if you're extremely paranoid, I would say you should get therapy if you are extremely paranoid in any sense, because you don't want to be that paranoid. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's just gonna ruin your life, and you're gonna constantly think about things. Either way, this is not really about paranoia. I could make another topic about that, because that's a good talk about as well. But why I think, having no friends is generally a good idea, and why, it's really peaceful. At the end of the day, I think it's really peaceful because you don't have that kind of pressure or expectations from your friends who will tell you to do this or do what or do whatever you want, what they want you to do. Because friends are kind of judgmental in a sense. They kind of judge you on your behavior, on your actions, and sure, it's helpful at times because you do need to be judged. You do need to know if some of your actions you do are bad, depending if you're in the wrong or not. And at the end of the day, that is a good thing because, well, you want to actually be having the right things said or not said, because you don't want to mess up and cause more problems than you already have. And I generally think, yeah, having no friends is extremely peaceful because at the end of the day, they don't expect anything. You don't expect anything from anyone, and you can sit quietly and actually live in peace, where you don't have the constant, having people around or friends who are constantly asking things from you. And it's also depends if your friends are toxic or whatever, abusive or manipulative. Because I've seen people like that, and generally it fucking hurts. Because when you have those type of friends, you're constantly overthinking your thoughts and overthinking your actions because you don't know what they're up to, or they have something against you, and you can't really figure it out why they're doing this. And it really does hurt, because generally it hurt for me for a while when I had a couple friends in the past, or now, or even later in the future, depending if I make any more friends. But at the time, I think isolating yourself from having friends or having people around is a good thing. You can still have people you talk to, but like not on like a friends base where you become friends with them. It's just, neutral. It helps a lot because at the end of the day, you don't have to deal with that kind of drama or that kind of things where you have friends fighting each other for over some stupid drama that could have been solved easily. And instead, it's not solved easily. Instead, it has to be some sort of fucking mess because that one friend doesn't want to talk about it, or it's, someone in their life who is causing the drama with that other friend. It can be anything along the lines of that, and it pisses you off because eventually they listen to that other person who's in their lives and don't want to solve the problem where it could be solved easily without becoming such of a big demand or big headache in your life. Because it eventually does become a big headache in your life, and it sucks because you have to sit there and wonder why this is happening, and you can't do anything. Like, nothing you can do is to change it because that person's not going to do it for you. They're not going to go and actually solve the problem. They're just going to sit there and wonder why it's happening. And you can't really do anything because we have one friend who's fighting the other, and you have the other friend fighting the other. And that other friend wants to maybe talk about this and maybe solve it, but the other friend doesn't, and you can't get a hold of them because they are constantly around that other person. I'm just giving an example because, well, that's what's really happening in my life. Well, with one of my friends, well, both of my friends really. But yeah, it's not fun, And it could be the same for you, or it could be different, where it's you fighting the other friend, and it sucks. Because I have also been in that kind of situation. And it's always over stupid things as well. I always think drama is caused by overthinking or having some stupid argument that just makes no sense. And at times, maybe it's different. Maybe some dramas you have is actually important and have some actual something really bad happening in what you're doing right now. And if that is it, then I hope you can solve it. And I hope you can. But if you have no friends or have nothing to worry about, at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing. You can focus so much on your life without the constant pressure of your friends being around and, you know, having drama. Because at the end of the day, yes, drama is always going to be a part of your life. And it's fucking hell. Even if you have no friends, it might be a part of your life still. But it's not like a constant headache when then you have a bunch of friends who are constantly at each other's throats over something that they didn't like you doing or you liking them doing. And it really sucks. But sometimes it can be solved, sometimes it can't be. And I feel it's really peaceful when you do have no friends and you can just think and, you know, do whatever you want to do without having that always there. You can just sit down, think about what you want to think and listen to music and, you know, just relax without that constant stuff happening to you. You can actually focus on life and not need to worry about it every damn day or sometime it happens, because it's probably gonna happen. And it's really good when it doesn't happen. And, you know, I have had a lot of problems with that kind of thing where, you know, you have friends that are constantly talking behind your back or saying something that you didn't like and they never say it to your face, because there's always those type of people who never say it to your face, because after all, they're scared of you. In a way, they're scared of actually saying it to your face, because they know shit's gonna go down, and they just don't say it to your face, because they know they can get away with it. They can just talk to someone about you without you knowing, and they can easily just get away with it. And everyone has gone through that kind of thing, where they have someone who has talked behind their back, and it fucking sucks, because it happens all the fucking time, especially in like all of the generations where people just talk shit about someone because they don't like them or they did something they never liked. And it fucking hurts, because it leads a lot of people to, you know, suicide, where I don't want to really get into that topic either right now, but it does. It comes bullying or comes a constant headache because they're doing it all the time and you have no control over it, and they don't care either. Even if you tell them to stop, they keep doing it because they don't like you or don't like your actions. And at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to move on and keep pushing. And it's just gonna happen like that. It always is gonna be like that at school. Someone's just gonna fucking bully you for no reason, and it sucks. Not everyone deserves to be bullied, and I think no one does. But sometimes it's just always gonna happen. And it's the same with friends. Sometimes they're just gonna betray you because, well, they don't think you're funny anymore, or they just don't like you. They generally just got bored of you, and they don't want to be around you anymore. It happens. It's a thing that just happens. They eventually just move on, and eventually you just have to let them go, even though they were a big part of your life, and that they were there for you when you were sad or fucking broken. And, you know, eventually they just leave you because it's just how it is. They just can't stand it anymore. And maybe that just sucks, but maybe you just have to let go. And that's why I always liked, you know, being alone or having no one as a friend, because at the end of the day, it really does help. It really helps with that pressure where you don't have to, you know, talk about things, and that you don't have people who are breathing down your neck or friends that are constantly gonna betray you. because it happens all the fucking time. And the worst thing is depression just, it sucks. Depression does kill. And makes things so much worse for anyone. And like, it really does. It's just, depression is one of the worst things that has happened to our society, or in the whole world generally, because it hurts, and you know, you can't do anything about it. Eventually they leap to suicide because they can't, you know, fix their lives, or they don't like their friends, or they have some mental health problems that they can't fix because no one wants to talk about them. And that's the thing, mental health is one of the biggest problems, I believe. It's one of the biggest problems. It always has been one of the biggest problems for a long fucking time, and the government doesn't really care because they're more focused on something else besides that, when that should be, you know, number one in this world, number one thing to actually prevent from happening. Anyway, that's about it. I'll see you later, guys.